Welcome to episode 34 of Two Guys, One Sport. My name is Chris.
I'm George. Brother Chris, do you remember when we were children being on computers for the first time and they had that stupid-ass hourglass gimmick when it meant time to load? Remember that bullshit? Now it's been replaced by the little spinny circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the little blue spinny circle? I fucking hate the blue spinny circle. I miss the hourglass. There's got to be a way to bring the hourglass back. I'm sure there is if you go into preferences or some shit. But, you know, for nostalgia's sake, I got to bring the hourglass back. 90s nostalgia is a thing. People are talking about how good Friends is, which is a ship I will never get on, for the record.
Me neither.
Friends was legit great for 2 seasons, and then it became a bunch of whipped white people. And I'm out with that. I'm no thanks. That's like my daily life. I don't want to watch that on television.
But the first couple seasons, life imitates
awesome.
What is it?
Yeah, it's not even life. It's like life. It's like art. It's like shitty art imitates like life. It's not even.
It's not even good life.
No. Whipped white people in a New York apartment who can somehow live there despite being waitresses and failed artists.
My God.
Talking about the relationships. Like, no, I'm good. I don't need to watch that. So don't whitewash Friends.
I live in a New York apartment, and I can tell you that that's not possible. That is not feasible.
Yeah. I mean, that's not just a Friends thing. What the hell's the show with Neil Patrick Harris? How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
The apartment's like the size of a penthouse. Like an apartment that big is like what, $5,000 a month?
Easily,
if not more, in Manhattan. How much is an apartment in Manhattan?
In Manhattan, you're lucky if you're getting you're lucky if you're getting a studio for $2,000.
I had 15 years ago, my sister's godmother, who is legit brilliant and legit loaded. She is a microbiologist for the Nippon stock market. One of the Japanese version of like Prudential, like a Japanese mutual fund.
Yeah.
Her job is to analyze new drugs and then report to the people at the mutual fund whether or not that this company should invest in these new drugs or the companies that produce the drugs. You know, like she's legit brilliant. She went to Yale. She has a PhD in Yale. She's very well paid. 15 years ago, she had a 1-bedroom on Roosevelt Island because she couldn't afford to live on Manhattan.
Yeah.
And Neil Patrick Harris, the architect, has an apartment that's like 3,000 square feet.
Not a chance.
And Joey from Friends is waiting tables and slinging a 2-bedroom. Not
a chance.
So this is pissing me off. Don't whitewash Friends. Okay. Bring back the hourglass. Is the point of this little speech.
The 90s nostalgia is here to stay.
The 90s nostalgia needs to go away. But my match of the week takes place in the 90s, so I'm a fucking hypocrite.
Wait, you said it needs to go away, but you're also pro bringing back the hourglass? You're flip-flopping hard.
I'm tired of the spinning circle. I hate the blue fucking circle.
You're flip-flopping so hard. I
hate the circle is the point of this. The circle and when your screen turns white. You know when your screen turns white?
Yes.
When your browser that shit died too.
The washed out look, yeah.
Yeah. So
anyway, you got a match of the week that's from the 90s.
I got a match of the week from the 90s.
So yeah.
And I got a match of the week not only from the 90s, I have one of the best matches of all time. So I'm on Twitter, and I'm talking to friend of the show, Videns, R.I.P. No, he's not really dead, but that's my running gimmick at this point. And we see a tweet from your friend and mine, Mr. Dave Meltzer, says that this year has been the best in-ring year of wrestling of all time. Talk about later, by the way. And it was this year, and this has been an excellent year for in-ring wrestling. Let's not. And if you want to say that this year is your favorite year of in-ring wrestling, I'm not going to argue with you. A month from now, we're going to do the awards, and a 5-star Will Ospreay Kushida Best of Super Juniors match won't be on my ballot.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good this year is.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal.
Dave's been kind of wandering off the reservation for a little bit on Twitter. Like he's been kind of out there, but he's not really out there with that 2017 is the best in-ring year of wrestling. Like I can understand why you would think that. I get that opinion.
Argument can be made for it. Yes.
Yeah. There is an argument there. So Videns and I were saying, well, Videns said, what about 1983? And I said, well, that makes sense because you have pre-Hogan WWF, so you have a lot of like Sergeant Slaughter matches, which are great, Bob Backlund matches, which are great. You have the Von Erichs in Texas, which I've talked about. You have Flair kicking ass in the Carolinas. You have Bockwinkel and Henning in Minnesota. You have Piper in Portland. You have Gene LaBelle, as in Bryan Danielson's finishing move, in Los Angeles. You have all the crazy shit in Japan, Baba and Inoki and all that other shit. You have all the crazy shit in Mexico, young Nigo Casas, young Atlantis. And so he and I said, well, what about 1983? And I said, maybe, but the problem with 83 is that we only remember the good stuff. We don't remember the shitty stuff because the shitty stuff's not on film.
Right.
And he said, well, what about 1997? And I said, okay, what about 1997? My two favorite matches of all time that the Fed / entertainment / WWE has ever done has been in 97. And I've talked about this, the Hart Austin match, which you still need to see. First.
No, I saw it. I watched it.
Okay, good. Did you like it?
I mean, I'm not a fan of that much blood, but yeah, it was a great match.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was them fucking up.
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
1997 recklessness is well documented. We know this.
No, they didn't care.
Yeah.
Is in 97. My second favorite match that the Federation has done is in 97, the very first Hell in a Cell, which had nowhere near as much blood. I think Michael's gigs at one point, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, what about, he said, don't forget the Halloween Havoc match between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. And I said, I did forget the Halloween Havoc match. So I went back and I rewatched the Halloween Havoc match. Chris, you're not going to believe this, but a match between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio kicked ass.
I actually would believe that because
this should not be breaking news that 25 or however the hell old he was, Rey Mysterio and 33-year-old Eddie Guerrero had a great match together.
Yeah, I know, right?
This was in the mid-90s or late 90s when WCW pay-per-views were guys on the top who can't work at all and guys on the bottom who were awesome.
Yes.
Fun fact about this card. This was third on the card. Get this 3-match lineup. You ready? You sitting down?
Yeah.
Your first match was Yuji Nagata versus Ultimo Dragon.
What?
Inexplicably, you know that little bar at the bottom of the thing. It says, match is this, and then end of match is this. They don't give you the spoiler anymore. Thank God they took off the actual finish. They just say match ends between so and so.
Yeah.
So I'm going through the little bars, and I'm like, maybe it's first match, second, and it's like Yuji Nagata versus Ultimo Dragon. I'm like, wait, what?
Halloween Havoc
looks great.
This was still WCW, right?
Yes, it was. Okay. WCW apparently had a talent relationship with New Japan. So you get young.
I was familiar with it because that was how Liger got first introduced in the U.S. too. Was through that, I believe.
And Muda before that, which is another one I need to do. There's a great Muda and Flair versus Sting and Terry Funk, I think was Muda and Funk versus Sting and Flair tag match from '89, which is probably going to have to talked about sometime because it's a great match.
Yes.
That's your first match. Your second match, you ready for this? Even better. Chris Jericho versus Ghetto.
Fuck me. What the hell?
Yeah, the same Ghetto. And by the way, it's not a different Ghetto. It's the same Ghetto who's pounding the mat. Guy, yeah. It's the same Ghetto who's pounding the mat for Okada matches.
You remember, because I mentioned last week how Ghetto was in the territories. And he worked with Lawler, and that's how, and that Lawler and Ghetto still talk on the regular.
By the way, I've long held that if Vince McMahon did the Ghetto role for Roman Reigns, it would be the best thing ever. Like if Vince came out for Roman matches and just pounded the pavement, and then like cut promos to the crowd afterwards and talked about how great this guy was, just steer into it at this point.
I wouldn't mind that.
It would be great because Vince is the best. Vince is the single best character in the history of professional wrestling. And he's one of the 5 best promos in this professional wrestling. And if Roman Reigns is going to be the babyface who nobody boos or nobody cheers for except for small amounts of people, then just steer into the fucking skid. But I'm getting a little wandering a little bit.
Yes.
Chris, I went full 5 stars in this match.
Holy shit.
Long. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. Apparently, they were going to do a mask versus hair match or a mask versus nothing match, but then at the last minute, Mysterio said, I'm not losing the mask, and Bischoff said, okay, fine, whatever. And Eddie said, I'll do the job. because Eddie never had the mask on at the time.
Yeah.
Chris, they were doing spots in this match I've never seen before. I've been watching wrestling for shitload. They were making stuff up on the fly. I mean, this was as good a match as modern professional wrestling gets. Mm-hmm. And I use the word modern to encompass everything post the end of the territories, where we finally start getting that modern style imported from Japan. Flawless execution, incredible psychology, drama. Bobby Heenan losing his mind added to the match.
Mm-hmm.
Match of the year contender, one of the match of the decade contender at 14 minutes. We talked about before my hatred of these super long main events, and we'll get there when we get to the TLC. Mm-hmm. You can tell a great story in 15 minutes. You can tell a great story in 10 minutes. Guys did not stop. Outside brawling, inside brawling, spots, submissions, suplexes, spinning stuff. I mean, it was like watching a modern New Japan main event on your DVD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of 35 minutes Okada Omega, it was like if you put it on times 2 speed on your DVD and you just blitz through it.
Yeah.
Breaking out moves that his dad did.
Oh, nice.
The camel. He apparently he used the camel clutch because it was his dad's finish in AAA in the 60s.
Jesus Christ.
Backbreakers, side slams, Hurricane Ranas. Chris, I cannot do this match justice. The finish, here's the finish. You ready?
Yeah.
Guerrero went for a splash mountain off the top rope, and Mysterio reversed it into a Hurricane Rana for the pin.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
What even?
The crowd
oh
mounted into a Hurricane Rana. Like, Mysterio tried to do the springboard Hurricane Rana, and Guerrero caught him in one motion into a backbreaker. Like, this stuff, Chris, Halloween Havoc 97, I cannot recommend this match enough. The stuff that these guys were doing it would fit right in today. That's why. A lot of the old stuff doesn't hold up well because it's a lot of garbage shit, especially in the 90s. A lot of blood and gigs and garbage stuff. We talked about that. But, Chris, I mean, Gory Especial's broken out. Like, Mysterio doing arm bars. Like, I mean, it's like everything you ever needed in a wrestling match. One of the best matches of its era. Full 5 stars, 14 and a half minutes long. And you get a random Yuji Nagata match to start. So, I mean, 7. Just cannot endorse this match enough. Yeah. One of the best, easily the best match in WCW history once the transformation happened in the early 90s. I don't know if it is on par with some of those all-time Flair Steamboat classics.
Yeah.
But it is easily the best match they put on in a company in the 90s. It is one of the best matches of its era. And so yeah, Vidance, I think you're right. I think 97 may be a better in-ring year for wrestling. And that isn't counting all the crazy shit that was going on in Japan with the All Japan 4 and the New Japan guys, Hashimoto and Shono that we've talked about. Yeah. And all the crazy shit going on in Mexico. So that's just in the U.S. So yeah, I think long story short, I think as great as this year has been, I think it's just a little behind 97.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair estimate. That sounds like an insane match. I'm definitely going to have to
God.
bookmark
it's
that.
15
go back
minutes.
And
watch it on the train. Like it's the best part. You don't need to wait. You don't need to invest an hour or 45 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
like, less is more. There's nothing like, I love main events. Like I event at the Tokyo Dome is going to be 45 minutes at least.
Easily.
It's going to be a great match. But,
yes, it is.
I mean, so far it was 5 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean,
it was 5 minutes.
we go back to I think it was Sakura Genesis. We had the Takahashi Kushida match that was a 3-minute match, and it was easily the best match. It was the best match on the card. Oh wait, no, second best match on the card because you can't.
Shibata, yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
But I mean, even the Best of Super Juniors final, that we talked about earlier was 21 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, short matches not a bad thing. Not a bad thing anyway.
No, not. You know what? And there were 3 Okada Omega matches this year. The best one was the one of the G1 where they couldn't fuck around.
Yeah.
Limit.
Yep. Same thing with
match in 30 minutes.
Same thing with the.
It started right away with Omega throwing knees within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. Same thing with the contrast between Okada Suzuki 1 at New Beginning and Okada Suzuki 2 in the G1. And Okada Suzuki 2 was infinitely better because you didn't have 40 fucking minutes of Suzuki, working the leg.
Or how about Naito? How about Elgin Okada? That was like 19 minutes, and it was great.
Yep.
Like I think New Japan needs to start cutting back on the epic overlong drama main events when you can tell just as good a story without dicking around.
Yeah.
Is that some of their shit is super long.
Yep.
Yeah. 1997 Halloween Havoc, 14 and a half minutes long, full 5 stars from your boy George.
Nice.
All right, brother Chris, is yours.
Yeah, I've also got a 15-minute match. It's not an all-time caliber match, but it does feature 2 guys that both you and I are very high on right now. We're going to night 3 of the War of the Worlds UK tour that happened earlier this year. To see a match between Mark Haskins and Hiromu Takahashi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I am all in on Mr. Mark Haskins after AEW, after your endorsement of him.
Oh, yeah. Can't go wrong with Mark Haskins. What was your description of him? He's just a little man who likes to hit people? I think that was what you said.
Little man who likes – I don't remember exactly what it was, but he is small. He is like 5'8".
Yeah.
I'm a shoot 6'4", and I went to go get an autograph, and he's a good 6 inches shorter than I am, so he's maybe 5'10". I mean, he's not a big man, but he ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, no, I took a picture with him. There's a picture of me and him on Twitter. And he's very much shorter than me. You can tell. I'm a 6'2". So yeah, he's definitely not a large guy, but he makes his presence felt. And obviously, Hiromu Takahashi is Hiromu Takahashi. You don't even need to say anything else about him.
Yes,
he is the man. That's all that needs to be said. This was a excellent little singles match. Most Haskins matches I'm finding are one of 2 things. Either they are nonstop strike fests or they are great transition wrestling matches where he's trying to work in submission holds. And this was the latter. This was a transition match. And Takahashi, obviously being as talented as he is, they did excellent work together, the 2 of them, just going back and forth, trading spots early. Haskins did his little bit where he does the suicide dive, then goes back into the ring, goes for the second one, rebounds off the ropes because Takahashi ran to the side, and then does a suicide dive out the other side of the ropes to still hit him. That's always a fun spot. I always love that one. He worked over all of his submissions at one point or another in the match. With the exception of the sharpshooter. He never got the sharpshooter in, but he got in the STF. He got in the stretch muffler. He got in the Fujiwara armbar twice. And Takahashi, for his part, did an excellent job selling for Haskins and got his own stuff in too. We had the dive through the ropes for the sunset flip power bomb. Haskins held on to resist. So Takahashi just muscled him away from the ropes and power bombed him on the apron instead. And then he grabbed Daryl, and we had a cat attack onto Haskins' face because why not?
A little too much Daryl.
That was the only
he's over
major spot with Daryl though in the whole thing.
I'm saying a macro level. But go on. We'll talk about Daryl after you're done with your report.
Yeah. So Haskins regained control. Then he went to rebound off the ropes, and Takahashi just kicked him straight in the face to reset. And then we just quick transitions between submission holds right to get to the finisher of Haskins having the Fujiwara armbar on, Takahashi rolling out of it, pulling him up, hitting the time bomb, and getting the win. Great match, very fast-paced match. But these 2 guys, both at the top of their games, both young guys, they pulled out all the stops. The crowd was evenly split for the 2 of them the whole match. alternating chats between Let's Go Haskins and Takahashi. So great time, great match. I highly recommend it. Takahashi, for what it's worth, has been having just a great series of singles matches outside of New Japan while he's kind of biding his time, waiting to get the title back. He had a singles match against Marty Scurll at the last War of the Worlds tour that apparently has gotten some rave reviews. He had a bunch of singles matches actually on the War of the Worlds tour that happened a couple of weeks ago. I think every single night he was in a singles match, and all of them got rave reviews. So props to Hiromu, still doing great work, and props to Haskins. So we hope that we find a place to see him.
Haskins is off. He's putting himself on the map. Or keeping himself on the map as well because he's already on the map. He is superb.
Yeah.
Superb.
Yep.
I'm a fan. I am a fan. The guy rocks. And he's super nice, too.
Yeah. It's a great dude. Really, really good-hearted dude. I actually asked him at one point during the show because he didn't have any T-shirts left in my size, and he's like, "Hey, just message me on Twitter, and we'll figure something out." I was like, "Dude, you're fucking rule. Good dude." Awesome. Yeah. Really great guy.
Oh, he's cool, so. Yeah, he was at AEW. I got to talk to him. I got to talk to my guy, Sabre Jr., who was... Sabre Jr. gushing about Yuji Nagata and Satoshi Kojima was like my smart heaven. It was the best. He's like, yeah, these old guys, and they're kicking ass, and it inspires everybody. And he's like, so we're sitting in the back, and it's me, and it's Naito, and it's Okada, and it's Tanahashi, and the four of us are watching these old guys, and Naito is translating, and we're all... And he's like, all of us are trying to top these old guys, but none of us can because these old guys are great.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you forced to do a podcast or something. Just not Friday nights at 9 Eastern. That's our time.
Yeah, but I'd tune in for that. And if it wasn't in our time slot, I would tune in for that every week.
Exactly. Just those four guys gushing about the old guys in New Japan.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So... Your match sounds great. I need to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. I'll see if I can get you a link for it afterwards.
You're a good man. That's why I keep you around.
Yeah,
that's why I keep you around. You're a good dude.
You got to thank a friend of the show, Matt, for actually getting me the link for that match because there was a
thanks, Matt.
A link for there's like a Twitter meme going around of like listing dream matches, like one like equals one dream match. I did that. Yeah, and one of the ones that I listed because I had forgotten that this match happened because I hadn't seen it at the time. But yeah, I listed Haskins versus Takahashi, and Matt was like, "That actually already happened." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." And
wow.
5 minutes later, there's the link in my inbox. I'm like, "Dude,
Matt, you're a gentleman and a scholar."
Thank you for that. So, yeah, great match. Highly recommend it. And if you have either of these guys coming to a show near you, obviously go and see it. Because you will not be disappointed.
Support your local indies.
Yes,
I've been saying that. My local indie is coming back next Friday. I'm probably going to go. But,
nice.
So stay tuned to our Twitter feed. We may move the show to Thursday.
Yeah, I will not be seeing my local indie until December, and Evolve is not coming back until December.
What is your local indie, Evolve?
Yeah. I mean, I could go to like House of Glory or Tier 1, but
Jersey Pro, or is that too far from you?
Jersey Pro is a bit of
like Carteret. It's like Carteret. Is that far from you, Carteret?
It depends. They don't run the same venue all the time. Sometimes they're in South Jersey. Sometimes they're in North Jersey. So it's like I think they ran a show. It wasn't them. It was somebody else who I wanted. It might have been Jersey Pro. I don't remember. But somebody was running a show. Deanna Peraza was on like a month ago, and I was like, "Oh, I should go see that." And then I looked at the address for it, and it's like, oh yeah, this is down like next to Philly.
So 2.5
hour drive,
like 2 hours each way, right? Yeah.
Nah, rather not.
No.
Yeah. I love Deanna Peraza, but not that much.
No. Sorry, Deanna. Better luck next time.
Yeah, but I mean, she's around in the area fairly often, so we get to see her next time she comes around.
Oh,
for sure.
Daryl,
hey,
I think we're getting too much Daryl. I think I love Daryl. Believe me, fuck you, Fale, for destroying Daryl.
Apparently somebody else has also destroyed Daryl at this point, and they're having a 9 lives gimmick for him.
Christ, it's a fun gimmick. But
yeah.
I think I like
somebody on the announcers team during that Haskins Takahashi match was saying he's used up 2 of his 9 lives. It's
gosh,
are you kidding me? This is a thing.
I think I like it. I think I like. In fact, I know I like Takahashi more when he's the time bomb, when he's dangerous, crazy guy who does sunset flip apron power bombs and doesn't give a shit. More than I like him when he's marking out over a cat.
Yeah,
I see a lot of analogs with crazy Dean Ambrose versus wacky Dean Ambrose, and you know what I mean when I say wacky Dean Ambrose.
Yeah,
with the hot dog cart.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Big difference between crazy, unhinged Dean Ambrose and wacky lunatic Dean Ambrose. And I'm worried that Takahashi will have the same problem, that he will also be instead of crazy. I like him crazy. I like him reckless. I like him dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So much when he's steering into the comedy shit. I did the comedy shit's mid-card. Like, I think he can be a main eventer. He can be a main eventer outside of his division. I think he can main event heavyweight main eventer if he wants to, because he's just that charismatic and he gets over with his in-ring ability. Daryl is kind of a governor to that. I think that is Daryl is an upper mid-card gimmick. Me.
Yeah.
The cute pictures of Daryl with the headset at the announce table, and that's so cute, and, screw you, Fale. But I think that now that it's Dome season, and it will be Dome season after King of Pro Wrestling, or not King of Pro Wrestling, after
Power Struggle.
The next show.
Power Struggle.
Thank you. I couldn't think of it. After Power Struggle, it's Dome season. It's Mania season, same concept.
Yeah.
Now that it's Dome season, and he better be on that he better be getting a junior shot. I don't want him buried in a 6-man. And with him, Bushi and Sonata and Evil against, 4 members of Chaos. No, he needs to be the main of the 4th from the top.
I'm pretty sure he will be.
In a one-on-one.
I'm pretty sure he will be, given that he
Cheetah.
But
I want him and Will. That's it.
He keeps having his challenges interrupted, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to end up with this. It's going to end up being.
I don't want a 3-way. I want him and Will.
Yeah, it's going to be him and Will.
But I don't want Marty Scurll involved. I don't want Kushida involved. You know what, Chris? We talk about this at Mania. Sometimes it's not your year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like we talk about this at Mania, where everyone has to get on the Mania card. No. Sometimes it's not your year. And you sit in the back, and you get buried in the Andre the Giant, or you get buried in an 8-man with Taguchi or someone, and you say, "Shit, I need to work harder next year so I could be in the main event slot." Mm-hmm. This is Takahashi's year, and this is Ospreay's year. Chris, Ospreay has had an incredible year.
Yeah,
he has.
I'm actually thinking,
Hello?
Takahashi's match.
I don't know if you were still with me.
No, I'm still with you. Yeah. And Takahashi's year has obviously spoken for itself. I actually might go back and watch the match from this year's Wrestle Kingdom as my match of the week for next week, because that was a superb match.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh, that was a superb match.
Oh man, how about those 4 matches? It went Shibata Goto, it went Takahashi and Naito in my favorite match of the night, and then he went with Omega Okada 1. Like that 4-match stretch is just unbelievable. It's just guys throwing bombs for an hour and for 2 hours.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
I want 4th from the top or 3rd from the top, just Young Will and Takahashi, because those juniors have had the best years of any juniors in the world. And I'm counting Mexico, and I'm counting the U.S., and I'm counting all of it. Those 2 guys. Chris, Ospreay has had an under-the-radar, unbelievable year. Just out of nowhere. And it shocked me, too, because I thought he was just Flippy Boy Will Ospreay. But I watched that match with Flip Gordon at Ring of Honor, the only decent match on that show. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy's selling. Like, whatever, Will Ospreay, he does the flippy shit. He doesn't do shit. He's selling. He's conveying emotion. Like, he is just, and it's got to be him. Strap. And I don't care how you get there. Sorry, Kushida. It's not your year. Sorry, Marty Scurll, you haven't entertained me in 5 years in the ring. I've seen one Marty Scurll match, one villain Marty Scurll match singles that I've liked against Will Ospreay, the best of the Super Juniors this year, with the Os cutter into the chicken wing as the finish. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I mean, to be fair, I'm where the hell did it go?
Early progress Marty Scurll I've liked. Party Marty, that's been fun. But
I will say this: that PWG DVD that I'm talking about, he actually did have a pretty excellent match with Travis Banks, but a lot of that was Travis Banks because
Travis Banks. I mean, fuck, man, I could have a 3-star match with Travis Banks.
Yeah, the dude is the next Daniel Bryan. I maintained that stance, and I will maintain that stance until Judgment Day.
One villain match, singles match, or even 3-way match that I've liked. And that counts last year's Bola final with Ricochet and who was it? I'll look it up now. But
last year's Bola final?
I thought it was Scurll, Ricochet, and someone else.
I don't know about last year. I know this year's Bola final was.
I thought it was 2016. Let me see.
Bola 2016.
Scrolling down, 2016 finals. Oh, here we go. Scurll, Trevor Lee, and Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
That was your final in 2016. Ospreay, no Ricochet. Sorry, my bad. That's on me.
It's all right.
Ospreay beat Ricochet to get to the finals.
Yeah.
So that's where I was confused, which was also great because Ospreay and Ricochet. But I don't need Marty. Marty be in the Bullet Club. You could be in a 4. You could be in an 8-man with the Bucks and Cody, and y'all can do your one sweet gimmick or whatever. Like. You know, there's a time and a place for everything.
That garbage gimmick. Oh my god, it's so fucking
whatever.
bad.
Just whatever. It's just I don't have the energy to be indignant about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not true. You know what I'm saying, Chris? I don't mean to keep harping on this point. Sometimes it's just not your year.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know whose year it is? Ospreay's year. You know whose year it is? Takahashi's year. It's not Marty Scurll's year. It's not Kushida's year. Like, so. All right, that's my thing. Less Daryl. I'm worried that it's going to cap him at the upper mid card.
Yeah.
So more crazy, reckless Takahashi. Less wacky, loony, zany Takahashi. So.
All right.
So. All right. Speaking of wacky and zany, do you want to talk about TLC?
I mean, kinda, not really, but kinda. This was a weird event. In a lot of ways, like there was a lot of good.
Let's get the obvious bad. Get the obvious out of the way. I will praise WWE till the cows come home for being dealt a terrible hand and making the best of it. Styles and bring back Kurt Angle. They could have punted on this show. You could have had Randy Orton or something, and you could have had versus Apollo Crews. Which would have been a good match. Don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't have had the star power of Finn Balor. They could have easily done that. And I will give them credit for saying, you know what, we were dealt the terrible hand. Our own fault because we don't know how to make any stars. So we have to bring in Kurt Angle and his broken freaking neck. Them props to them for being creative and giving the people of Minneapolis, St. Paul, something worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sing the praises of AJ Styles for getting on the plane for 18 hours and having an awesome match. Yes. And then the next night having a great match. And then the next night having a great match. And then probably going home and sleeping for 3 days.
Yeah.
If anything, it's well deserved.
Yes, absolutely.
So, you want to go match by match?
Yeah, sure. Let's start with the pre-show. We had Sasha Banks defeating Alicia Fox by submission.
I thought it was good.
It was a good match, but like again, Smarks embracing Alicia Fox and cheering her ironically, which now leads her to be the captain of Team Raw for Survivor Series. Like,
okay,
will you ever not do that?
Like we talked about this. I mean, this country elected a president because they thought it'd be ironically cool.
Yeah.
It's not. It is. I mean, it's the two things I want to go away are the beards and the irony, because they both look like shit.
Yeah.
Majority of people, like, but I don't know. I mean, Alicia Fox is fine. I'm glad they're pushing someone. I sat here on this show 1 week ago and said, how come she's been in the company for 10 years and has had 5 television feuds, and then get mad that she's in a television feud. Plus, the captain of the team's already been picked. So what does she do? What does the captain do?
Well,
these are fighting over who gets to be the captain of their team.
I don't think for Raw, I don't think the team's been picked.
I thought it was announced in Raw.
No. They never announced the women's team. They were going. They were going.
They announced the women's team. Like, what is Alicia Fox going to do? It's not like they announced 4 of the 5, and then Alicia Fox gets to pick the 5th as the captain.
No, I don't think they announced anything.
But they announced the women's team.
No, they didn't.
Alicia Fox and 4 others. Oh no, they did it on SmackDown. SmackDown is Lynch, Carmella, Charlotte, Naomi, and Tamina, which sounds like a fucking joy.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte and Becky will, will save that team, but Yeah. No, they don't have.
Naomi's growing on me.
Oh yeah. Naomi's on that team too. Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, it's
Becky, I thought you said Natalia. That's why I was like, God, no. Okay, Naomi's on it. Then yes, more than half.
Natalia's wrestling Alexa Bliss in the champion versus champion.
Yes.
So
yes. Matt, don't get your hopes up on that, because I'm willing to bet the reason why they didn't announce the Raw team is because they're waiting to see if Nia Jax comes back. And given her Twitter game this week, I'm pretty sure she's going to be coming back, and she's going to end up.
Yeah, the European tour is coming, and that's a huge payday. She's not missing that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Thank you for bringing up Nia Jax. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like your job, quit your job. And that's if you broker freight like me, if you work in drayage like you, I believe, right?
Also, well, yeah, I'm also freight arrangement. Some
okay. You work in logistics like Chris and I, and you don't like your job, quit your job. If you are a school teacher, you don't like your job, quit your job. If you're a professional wrestler, you don't like your job, quit your job. I'm never going to dismiss anyone who doesn't like their job and wants to quit their job. Is a best in-ring wrestler, a mediocre at best promo, and is not over. Its attribute is that she's related to The Rock.
Yep.
Nia Jax does not have a leg to stand on for holding up this company.
Yeah.
Talking out on Monday night. She's not Neville. She's not, if you want to quit. Don't rely on your relationship with the biggest star the company's ever produced to keep your job.
Yeah.
Well,
there was
Nia Jax should not be holding the company hostage.
That was the thing that said she said she went to The Rock for career advice, quote unquote, and that he told her to walk if she wasn't happy. But now she's coming back. It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, if you want to go back to your freaking modeling career, go back to your modeling career.
God bless.
Whatever.
Well, if you want to work the indies, God bless.
It's
you're
certainly not doing us any favors by causing outside the ring drama. That's for sure.
You're not worth outside the ring drama. Like, she's not a draw. She's not a good in-ring wrestler. She's reckless. She's a danger to other competitors. How many times has she almost killed somebody?
Oh God!
Remember when she dropped Charlotte on her head?
Yep.
On Charlotte's match against Raw.
Yep.
And remember the time she's almost concussed Alexa Bliss or Sasha Banks?
Yep. She's almost done it to Bayley too. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's not over. She's not a promo. She's not a draw. She's not a good ring worker. What does this woman have going for her besides being related to The Rock?
The fact that she's also not the company can prop her up as saying that we're inclusive to all body types and all whatever.
Then hire what's her name?
Hire Viper, who at least can freaking
chick. Viper, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Who at least can work to some extent.
Who isn't a danger?
Yeah.
Like she passes the bare threshold of is not a danger. Jax is a danger.
I don't remember who it was that coined this. It was either Brother Dance or Brother Boss Rock, one of the two of them. I don't remember which of you it is. I'm sorry I can't give proper credit, but there is now a line. We have the established Mendoza line in WWE. Everybody's familiar with the Mendoza line in baseball. Ramiro Mendoza being the baseline level of, being able to have value for a team. Well, the Mendoza line in WWE is VOMB, value over Mike Bennett. If you have positive value over Mike, if you have positive value over Mike Bennett, congratulations, you should keep your job. If you have negative value over Mike Bennett, then please find other work. Nia Jax, right now you are at negative value over Mike Bennett.
Negative war. Negative wins above replacement for you sabermetric types. Yeah, like not even a little acceptable. So
terrible. And the word is that she walked because she didn't want to lose to Sasha on the pre-show.
What a fucking mark.
Seriously.
And what?
Like, yeah, there are a number of different rumors going around. That's one of them. Like,
who are you? You're no one. You have this job because your cousin is The Rock.
Yeah.
That's it. The only reason you got your foot in the door is because your cousin is The Rock. You weren't killing it on the indies because you didn't work the fucking indies. You weren't killing it in NXT because you weren't killing it in NXT. You had a mediocre match with Bayley in London. You know how hard that is?
Mm-hmm.
Where it took you 3 minutes to tap out because you didn't know what the hell you were doing. You remember that?
Oh, God.
To the guillotine choke?
Mm-hmm.
She's waving her arms back and forth. Oh, I don't know how to tap out. Oh, finally, I tap out after the heat's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, Georgina, you're absolutely right. It's a fucking pre-show match. Who gives a shit if you lose on a pre-show match? Seriously.
Who gives a shit if you lose? It's professional wrestling. Breaking news, the shit's scripted.
Yep.
Like, I hope I didn't ruin anyone's Friday by telling them that this shit's scripted.
Yep.
I'm never going to call it fake because ask Edge's neck about fake. We've talked about this.
Absolutely. Don't ever call professional wrestling fake because that is not the case.
Guys walking with a limp will tell you it's not fake.
It is predetermined. Absolutely, it is predetermined.
Whatever you want to call it. But, like, who the hell do you think you are that you're pitching a bitch? That you want to not be in the pre-show match? Get better at your job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get over somehow, some way. I know it's tough in WWE to get over. I know, believe me. But get better at wrestling. You've been doing this for 3 years and you're not very good at it. You're good at hurting people. So, all right, that's
enough of that.
That's enough of that. Yeah, that match is fine. Sasha Banks is pretty good at wrestling. Breaking news.
Next up, Asuka defeated Emma by submission.
Fuck's sake, Chris! This match.
Can we talk for a second about how?
I called it.
Like, we talked back at the beginning of after Mania in the summer of this year. We talked a lot about how WWE was just dumbing down Shinsuke Nakamura and slowly but surely making him into just another guy on the roster. Well, welcome to part 2 of that, where Asuka is going to be to just another girl on the roster.
Did you like she likes to have fun? Like that when Michael Cole said that? Do you like how they keep assigning that to their foreign wrestlers? That gimmick? They're fun-loving? Like,
fuck all of that.
You know
God, if they start that shit with Kairi Sane, I will throw
100%. It's coming. She's fun-loving. That's why she has the pirate gimmick. It's coming. Get ready.
I'm gonna
steal, Chris. I want you to steal your mind now. I want you to be ready for it now. I don't want you to like punch someone at your office inadvertently.
No. What'll happen is I'll put my fist through one of my computer monitors.
Don't do that either.
Yeah, no, these shits were expensive. These are $120 monitors. Hell no.
You know what this match should have been, and I called it last week. I called it 2 weeks ago. It should have been a minute of Asuka just stiffing the hell out of Emma.
Yeah.
I like Emma, but she's got no value on the main roster. This match should have been a squash.
No value, but they have made it.
This is her value. Her value is getting that's fine.
They have
her value is tied up
no
in
value beyond getting people over.
Disaster. Yeah, this is her value is glorified enhancement talent, is what they see her as.
Yeah.
I think she could be pretty good. But what the fuck do I know? I've only watched this for 30 years.
Yeah.
25 years. What do I know? I'm not an idiot.
Nah.
They had Emma controlling a good chunk of this match and Asuka working holds. Why is Asuka working from underneath, Chris?
Because WWE only knows how to tell us 2 stories.
That's it.
the chicken shit cheating heel and the underdog babyface.
That's it. And we'll get to the main event, which was every single fucking check mark in this company.
Oh my lord!
Every single cliche for 25 years that this company has produced was in that main event.
The only
every single one.
No, there was one that was missing. Catfighting women. That was the only thing missing from the main event. If we had had women in catfights, then we would have had every single cliche from WWE.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, every single men's cliche.
Everything else.
Every single men's cliche that you could have in WWE, we had in the main event. But we'll get there.
So that's it. You know what this company is? You know what this company is, Chris? This main roster, and I use this company, I mean the main roster, because NXT and to a lesser extent 205 Live are kind of separated from this. This company is creatively bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
They are out of ideas. They are the business that doesn't know why they're failing and has no way to fix it. And I mean failing creatively. They're still making money.
I'm going to make an amendment on that. It's not that they are out of ideas. It is that the guy in control does not want to accept new ideas. That is the honest truth. Because there have been moments where new things have been tried and have been shown to succeed, but eventually it all gets redirected back to the same old drivel. And that is why we are where we are. It's awful. It really is awful.
Oh,
the proof is right in front of them. The proof is literally right in front of them that things are capable of working when they're outside the box. What's the best feud in the company right now? Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream in NXT. Best feud in the whole fucking company. Outside the box, completely against the grain of what you would expect WWE to do as a company. What they're doing with it in NXT Creative right now is brilliant. And that feud is the hallmark highlight of
Mark mauling guy.
Yeah,
they know how to do squashes.
Yeah.
Why don't they do them on the main roster? We had Jason Jordan and whatever.
I don't want to even talk about that.
We'll get to that match. The match is fine. We'll get there. Cruiser tag.
Yeah, the cruiserweight tag next. Cedric Alexander.
I will say this:
beat Gentleman Jack Gallagher and the Brian Kendrick.
I thought this match was pretty good. I enjoyed this match.
It was a great match. I really enjoyed it too.
I think the two their styles, the four men's styles, worked well together, created a good, excellent tag match. In the classic tag match style, there's nothing wrong with a classic tag match, Chris. You don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
It won't win any match of the year or anything like that, but that's fine. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I think I went 3.5. I like this match. Yeah. I would love Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann versus the Usos.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
That'd be phenomenal.
Be great. I think Cedric and Swann are a good tag team. I think they should. I'd put their asses on Raw and have them wrestle Ambrose and Rollins in a face versus face tag. Why the hell not? What are you doing with them?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann execute against all kinds of different guys. I mean, Rich Swann, absolutely. he had matches against all sizes of different guys in NXT. Cedric Alexander, same thing. These two guys can obviously work. They're excellently skilled wrestlers. Why not? And these are two guys who actually have shown some flashes of character despite being given nothing to work with in terms of character in the cruiserweights and on 205 Live.
Truth.
So why not? Why not give him a shot? Shit, Cedric Alexander going one on two versus Gallagher and Kendrick was one of the highlights of the past month of 205 Live.
Yeah,
dude showed fire like I haven't seen.
205 Live has been pretty good. We've been talking. Yeah. We gotta start doing a little bit of a deeper dive. 205 Live's been pretty good.
Yeah, actually,
Drew Gulak is watching it.
Oh my god, yeah.
He's been awesome.
Yeah, talk about there's an outside the box gimmick that's actually working. I really enjoy that.
He is getting the proverbial chicken shit and making chicken salad out of it too.
For sure.
Because that gimmick should not be working, but he's doing a great job.
He is.
Yeah,
I mean, he has previous experience from doing it in Chikara, but still, I mean, he's putting in the work. He knows how to do it. Good for him.
Performer strengths. So why not? Yes. 6 people watch Chikara. So why the fuck not? Oh no, they're stealing the gimmick from Chikara. Whatever will we do? Who gives a shit?
I don't care that they're stealing the gimmick. I mean, hell, no, I mean, it's played to his strengths. like you said.
I think
exactly.
7 people watch it, and they're all listening to this podcast. Like, seriously. Yeah, play to your strengths. That's all we ask. All we ever ask is play to your performer's strengths.
For sure.
That's all I ask for in real sports, too. If you have a DB, don't have him block. Have him defend passes. You know?
Yep.
Like,
let people do what they're good at.
Speaking of matches that I liked a lot, I really liked this Alexa Mickie James match.
It was pretty good.
The steam at the end. I lost a little bit of steam at the end. Games. How about them trading shots like the G1, hitting each other and hitting each other with forearms, and oh my god, that was so great.
Yeah, they did good stuff here.
Mickie
got a lot more out of Alexa than I thought she would.
I thought it lost a little bit of steam. I thought Mickie carried. I hate to use the word carried. I can't think of a better word. I thought Mickie enabled, because Alexa was good too. Mickie enabled a good match here because Mickie James knows what the hell she's doing. Breaking news.
No, exactly. That's what I would say as well.
Good at professional wrestling.
Yeah, I would say that as well. You know, she was definitely putting in the large portion of direction for this match.
For saying this is the second best match of the night behind AJ Balor, I like this match a lot, Chris. I did not think I would.
I would put the tag match ahead of it, but that's just personal taste. But yeah, it was definitely one of the.
A little more. I really love that. I really love that. You know me. I love the stiff. I love the. Yeah,
you're a fan of that. Yeah.
I love that. Was right in my wheelhouse. I was like, yeah, you go, girls. Beat the shit out of each other.
Yep.
And I'm a simple man, Chris. Just give me guys and ladies just beating the hell out of each other.
Easy to do.
I don't need garbage trucks. That's it.
Not hard. Not hard at all.
I've enjoyed this feud. People are like, oh no. I mean, what are we complaining about here? That people have had is that Mickie James is being called an old lady. The person calling Mickie James an old lady is Alexa Bliss, who's a little piece of shit. The heel should be dumb and wrong. The heel being dumb and wrong. Like, because in this company, the heel's right a lot, which is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, WWE goes out of their way to make sure that they prove the heel right, which is, in and of itself idiotic also. Mickie should not be beating Alexa. No, you're right about that. I agree with that for sure.
The best part was the pre-show thing where Mickie James basically shot it all to hell by talking about how she's not the oldest woman and there's a lot of men who are older than she is. That was hilarious. I was like, yeah. I was just laughing. That was awesome.
No, thank God for that.
I was like,
that was the thing that needed to be said.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on.
That was something that needed to be said. I was saying that last week, and we were talking about this going into it, was that, the double standard that is held of the men versus the women in age is idiotic.
You have Kane with a pot belly out there and a horrible wig. Mm-hmm. Like, come on. Who's like my dad's age. Come on.
48-year-old Kurt Angle who might, paralyze himself going through a table.
Going through a table. How about the bump of the Miz going through the ropes?
Oh my God!
Holy shit! You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do. Oh, I do.
Where he landed on the top of his head on the apron, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
I was like,
I
was terrified. Yep, I was terrified. Yeah, I was I said,
he got up.
Like, this is the reason why I said I didn't want to watch this match live, and now I'm proving myself as I should have listened to myself, but thankfully that wasn't the case. But still, it was like, Jesus Christ, come on, guys. Anyway,
Enzo Kalisto. Enzo has 2 talents. He has 2 talents. You know what they are? Talking and selling a beating. So having him talk a lot and then get the shit kicked out of him is a good use of him. It's a good use for him.
Yeah, but I still hate the fact that he is like the focal point of the fucking show. But whatever.
Yeah. But
it's personal preference. Kalisto
does nothing for me.
I think he's been doing a great job with this.
Oh, best part of the show. Absolute best part of the show. He's introduced from Mexico City, and 45 seconds later, Nigel says he was born and raised in Chicago. That was so great. Did you catch that?
I did.
Did you catch that? Am I on the island here? He's introduced from Mexico City by the announcer, and a minute later, Nigel McGuinness talking about his upbringing in Chicago.
Yep.
Like, Can we at least? I mean, can we at least try to have a little continuity here? Can we? I mean,
nope.
Like, Chris, I am too old for this business.
Yeah, you and me both.
We talk about Ring of Honor. Like I have words for Dalton Castle, and I mean Dalton Castle as the avatar for wrestling in general. I'm going to pick on Dalton Castle, but it's not Dalton Castle's fault. But I'm
sorry. I'm just engrossed right now looking at your avatar and looking at Okada's fingers and how they look like they're fucking like rubber bands right now. I'm just a little engrossed in that. I'm sorry. It's a little bit freaky. Anyway.
Like Io Shirai's giant red dress in that avatar. But like, can we like right now on some message board and on some wrestling website, there is some savant who has every single bit of continuity from this company in the past 30 years in his head. Can we hire that savant and put him in creative? And when someone suggests an idea, he can say, no, that doesn't make sense because X, Y, and Z happened 6 months ago. Like,
it won't make a difference, though. We know that. You and I both know that won't make a fucking bit of difference.
Can we at least try? Remember when Nia Jax turned down Alexa Bliss and then was retconned out of existence?
Yep.
Like, so that I loved. He's from Mexico City, and then a minute later, Nigel McGuinness talking about his upbringing in Chicago. It was like, how it's guys, it's the little things, man. Present this the right way. Like, nail the presentation. The presentation's the hard part.
Yep.
But they can't get out of their own way, man.
Nope. Not in the least.
So,
yeah,
that was the best. Nigel McGuinness shooting, quote unquote, and then the ring announcer working.
Mm-hmm.
But, AJ Finn Balor. Talk for a minute while I have some water.
It was a fantastic match. I mean, what else did we expect, though? I mean, this was pretty much these two guys could have been, working half asleep, and it still would have been a 3-star match.
I was talking to a friend of the show, Dance Owens Dance, and when people say, what I found the most interesting part about this match, alongside Cena AJ and Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne from Chicago, is that they're all more indie style matches than your typical WWE singles match. Now, when people say, I only watch WWE, why should I watch the indies? Why should I watch New Japan? This was an indie match. This was a New Japan match. This was not a WWE match. Same with Cena AJ. Same with Bate and Dunne. This match was faster paced. This match had back and forth. This match did not have long heat sections, long rest holds. One guy did not dominate for 80% of the match.
Mm-hmm.
This match had an emphasis on counters and reversals, oftentimes in creative ways. This match had kickouts down the stretch for everything. And this match was snug as fuck.
Yep.
Right? This was an indie match. If you only watch WWE and you want to know what indie wrestling matches look like or New Japan matches look like, this is your blueprint.
Yep. 100%.
If you only watch WWE and you liked this match, you will like Evolve. You will like AEW. You'll like New Japan if you can handle the length. New Japan main event's about 10 minutes longer than this because this is only about 22 minutes. Like, you will like PWG if you can handle
18 minutes, 20 seconds.
Okay. A New Japan match about 15 minutes longer than this. But this is your blueprint. If you are one of the people who only watches WWE, this is what a high-level indie or Japan or New Japan match looks like. This style. No chin locks. No one guy selling for 80% of the match. Yeah. Contrast this match with Asuka and Emma. Asuka and Emma was a WWE match.
Absolutely.
Right? You have the beginning, you have the shine, you have the heat, you have the comeback. This match would have been right at home at La Boom. This match would have been right at home at the Berwyn Eagles Club. This match would have been right at home at Cork and Hall. Like, without missing a beat.
Yeah.
So.
Undoubtedly.
You notice the crowd lost their shit?
Yep. The crowd was invested. The crowd gave a shit.
Sometimes we just want to see two guys have a match to see who the better wrestler is.
Yep.
That's exactly what we got here, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, the thing that I've seen consistently said about this match.
We're into this match. And you know what? Year contender, but that's okay. Not every match needs to be match of the year. Someone online said this would have been a good semi-main for a G1 show, and I think that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
I think that's a good spot for it. Whereas if your main event is like Naito Ibushi, this would have been a good underneath match for it.
Yeah.
So I thought this match was great.
But that's the funny thing is like this is in WWE. This is like the third best match of the year. But in the overall scheme of what has happened in wrestling for the rest of the year, this is like
it has not been a great main roster year for a litany of reasons, with the exception of a few awesome matches like the SummerSlam main event.
Yep. Like maybe this will be like close to the top 10, not in the top 10, but close to the top 10. But yeah, it's like
worldwide or in WWE?
Worldwide. No, in WWE, this is top 3 of the entire company for the year. But worldwide, this is
are we counting NXT? We're just counting main roster.
No, we're including NXT in that too.
Are we counting NXT? We're just counting main roster.
No, NXT also. So 1 and 2 are one and 2 are Cena Styles and Bate Dunn.
I thought the SummerSlam main event was better than this match, and I thought Brock Joe was better than this match. But I am the last Brock Lesnar fan, so I could be on an island there.
Yeah, I would not say
the SummerSlam main event was the SummerSlam main event wasn't Brock though. That was Braun beating the shit out of people and Roman Reigns hitting punches out of nowhere and Samoa Joe throw. That SummerSlam main event match was unbelievable. And Brock spent 80% of it laying on the floor selling a table shot.
Maybe I need to watch that again. Like
what? The SummerSlam main event match was if we're just counting the main roster, Brock Goldberg, because I talked about that match enough. I thought the SummerSlam main event was the second best match of the year behind Cena Styles.
All right. And
I am not. And you know me, I thought all 4 guys did their job awesome in that match. The match was unbelievable. So
maybe I need to go back and watch it again.
But the point, if you want to, I thought this was a 4.5-star match. I thought it was excellent. Excellent. 4.5-star matches were excellent. By the way, I think AJ Styles is still selling that coup de grace. That was snug as fuck.
Yeah.
But
made sense, yeah.
And here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to have Finn Balor win this match, why is he jobbing to Kane 24 hours later?
There's a couple of theories about that. One of them being that this Too Sweet after the match was not supposed to happen. It was unscripted. And that Vince lost his shit.
Yeah, maybe. But they sure filmed the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah, it's now the header image, the banner image on WWE's Twitter page.
Yeah. So you know how unscripted could it have been?
Yeah. But
I mean,
there's also word going around that they may have soured on the Brock Finn stopgap feud before Mania, and that's why they are booking Finn the way he is.
It's gonna be Brock Kane, man. It's coming. Get ready. That's just gonna suck. It's gonna be so fucking bad.
Yeah, I really hope that they're not going to do that.
Brock, which is no guarantee anymore. It's gonna be horrible. Kane sucks. He sucked 10 years ago. He sucked 20 years ago. And now he's fat and old.
Yep. And he's got a mayoral candidacy that's taking up half of his brain space. So
more power to him. I don't live there. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Jordan Ellis.
Jordan Elias?
Or Elias, whatever. Ellis. I wrote that down wrong. They have no idea what they're doing with Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
Any favors. Whatever. This was I hate the cooldown match concept. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. They don't do this shit. They don't do that shit in UFC. They don't do that shit in New Japan. They don't really do that shit in CMLL. Like
waste of fucking time.
It's dumb. The crowds aren't.
A waste of 9 minutes.
Go from one good match to another good match if you have good matches. Like,
yeah,
you know, it does your performers. It does your performers no favors either, because then they get pigeonholed in that spot.
Yep, it's a waste of 9 minutes. Is what it was.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Main event.
This happened.
Chris.
It happened. All I can say about it is it happened.
Every single WWE trope in this match.
Every single one.
The stretcher job. You had the babyface make the comeback. You had the automobile spot. You had the guy overcoming the odds. You had the babyfaces who wouldn't die.
The heels betraying each other.
Like, you had it all.
By
the way, is Braun's gimmick now like he never dies? He's like Jason from Friday the 13th.
Maybe.
Is that his gimmick? Like, you can't kill him?
Maybe.
That's a great gimmick. I'm here for that.
I'd be okay with that.
It's not breaking news, but Kane made this match worse.
Oh God, he did. Absolutely.
Appreciated him and Angle together because I knew Kane wouldn't hurt him.
That's the only benefit that Kane has right now.
The only guy in that ring that Angle trusted was Kane because they'd worked together before.
Yeah. He's a safe worker. That's the only benefit he has right
now. This match went 39 minutes, and about 28 of them were unnecessary.
The Wikipedia has the count at 35-25, but if you had told me that this was a 70-minute match, I would have believed you.
This match is still going on somewhere.
Yeah. In an alternate universe,
and Seth Rollins are still selling.
In an alternate universe, this match is actually 35 days instead of 35 minutes.
Yeah. Stops for food.
Yeah.
Chris, I think in an alternate universe, I think Dean Ambrose is selling and they're making a comeback over and over again.
Yep. Never ends.
Just rolling the rock up the hill. That's Dean Ambrose's personal hell, is selling for these fucks.
Yeah.
I wonder, and I asked you this, I wonder if this match would have been put together in the macro sense the same way if Roman Reigns was there. Like, would Roman Reigns have been the one to get stretchered out and made the comeback?
They wouldn't have had a stretcher job if this was the complete Shield. I promise you that. There would not have been a stretcher job. I promise.
I think they would have. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I could be. We'll never know. But I don't know.
Not in October.
We've had the Roman Reigns nap time spot before though, but not in a while. We haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, that was the last time we had that was January 2016. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, guys hit the elliptical, so he's a little better now.
The guy doesn't need to have that, friggin' comeback spot anymore. They don't give him that because he doesn't
just fuck us. Try to get people to cheer for Roman Reigns as he makes the save.
I don't think that they would have done that. But
so Angle was out there for what, like 10 minutes to start the match?
Maybe
30 minutes of. Okay, so he was out there for like 8 minutes, and then it was 25 minutes of beatdown / heels dissenting / let's put over Kane, and then the last 2 minutes after Angle came back out, right?
Yeah.
That middle stretch was like 25 minutes long, right?
Yeah, the middle stretch where it was 5-on-2 was at least 20 minutes long, and all of it was unnecessary.
All but 10 minutes of it. I mean, they could have been cut to 10 minutes, and they would have been fine. Like the garbage truck with the sound effects of Braun's bones crushing. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I cringed at that, and not because I thought Braun was actually being crushed. That was like not quite projector ring cheese, but it was pretty close.
Yeah. Kane was unnecessary. The heat spot on the Shield should have been cut in half. The match died at death.
The match should have just gone to being a 3-on-3 match. They should have just cut Kane and Braun from the match entirely the moment that Roman was unable to perform. The moment that this match did not become the reunited Shield versus their opponents, this match should have been, the whole concept of the match should have been scrapped, and they should have changed it to something else.
What did this match accomplish?
Nothing, except to ensure that when
Braun versus Kane.
It set up Braun versus Kane, and it ensures that when Roman Reigns does come back from injury, smart assholes are going to be chanting "We want Angle" instead of at Roman. That's what it accomplished.
Is what it is. Is what it is. Like, I don't know. This match wasn't good, but it was must see.
I went I went 2.75 on it.
No, I think I went 3 because why not? I was feeling generous.
I went 2.75, and most of that 2.75 was for the Angle comeback at the end because that was pretty cool. But other than that,
fuck yeah.
Other than that,
fuck yeah,
this
suplexes was awesome.
A lot of unnecessary shit.
Oh, Chris, before I forget, all-time bad commentary job on this show.
Oh my god.
All-time bad.
Corey Graves, I don't know.
Corey Graves selling AJ Styles Balor was good. The rest of it was a disaster.
I don't know what is going on.
Booker T needs to go away.
I don't know what's going on with Booker T, but like I think Corey was legitimately losing it, trying to keep up with Booker T and Booker T's shit.
I don't think he watches the product. Like, I'm serious.
I wouldn't disagree with you about that. I don't know what the fuck it was, but like there were several spots like you could hear Corey was legitimately cracking up and couldn't talk because he wasn't sure what the hell was going on with Booker.
Or he's drunk, which I mean, if I had to watch this shit, I'd be drunk too. So what the fuck?
Into a microphone while it's going on.
No, I just talk about it after the fact. Thank God. I don't have Vince McMahon yelling in my ear.
Oh God, dude! If I had Vince McMahon yelling in my ear, I'd go right to the back and slap him in the face and say, "Let me do my job, you asshole."
Yeah, about that.
And then I get fired.
Yeah, all-time bad commentary. All-time bad commentary job on this show. Just a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
So, any other parting thoughts from TLC before we talk about how much I hated the Raw angle?
Not really. I just go right into
Raw angle.
Go right into Under Siege. Hashtag Under Siege.
I hated it with all my heart.
I hated
it. I despised it. I loathed it. I could not stand it. As I was watching on my television, I was like, "What is this?" Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about 4 people in this Under Siege. I want to talk about Becky Lynch, and I want to talk about the New Day.
Yep.
They have arguably SmackDown Live's most consistent, beloved baby faces on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
Or mean mugging and acting out of character. Front and center for a premeditated, unprovoked mob hit against innocent people. Why are they fighting stagehands? Shane McMahon, arguably the most beloved babyface on the roster, is a scheming asshole. What the fuck, Chris?
You
know who are the most ethical people?
Rich millionaire schemes his way to the top. Breaking news at 11.
Like, Owens and Sami Zayn were right.
Why would you be surprised?
Owens and Sami Zayn were right when they talked about Shane McMahon. They were right. The heels were right.
Yeah, but like again, are you surprised at the utter lack of logic in this? Are you surprised at all the utter lack of logic? The fact that WWE expects us to believe that for 1 month out of the year and only 1 month out of the year that the two brands hate each other and will go to war like this, the fact that WWE expects us to believe it and also support it is utterly batshit.
None of the baby faces, not even that. None of the baby faces in this situation would do anything that the SmackDown people did. Especially not if the impetus is brand pride.
Yeah. And let's not forget.
All it does, it rips to bits established character, motivation, and morals of half the guys on their show.
Let's not forget also that when they tried to do this last year at Survivor Series, they, in the middle of the match, said fuck it all and had the Shield reunite to triple powerbomb AJ Styles through the Spanish announcers table, even though Ambrose was on SmackDown and Reigns and Rollins were on Raw, saying, yeah, these guys are supposed to hate each other, but fuck it, let's just have a mini Shield reunion here for reasons. It's like, come on,
I'm going to say this, Chris.
Here's the other thing.
Go on.
Here's the other thing. Before you get to this, because the thing that makes this even more idiotic is that even though they have these moments of supposedly everybody being united, they spend the whole month leading up to Survivor Series with everybody bickering and infighting about who gets to lead the teams, who gets to pick the people that are on the teams, stakes. All this other bullshit for no stakes, exactly.
No stakes.
We had a fucking triple threat match between Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, and Bayley for a meaningless spot as the captain of the team, and Alicia Fox won the fucking match. Why?
I thought about this on the train yesterday. Chris, I am not exaggerating in the slightest when I say that in terms of internal narrative consistency and storytelling continuity, that this Under Siege was more insulting than any of the bullshit Bray Wyatt has done in 6 months.
I would agree with that, yeah.
At least that stuff, while dumb, was in keeping with the character, which sucks, that they had established for him. You know what this was? This was the equivalent of Bray Wyatt showing up in a suit and tie. No beard. Because fuck it. That'd be a cool 20 minutes.
I will say this.
Why is AJ Styles going to... Why is Becky Lynch leading the pack?
I will say this. What? The Twitter promo that New Day... Or the Twitter video that New Day cut after the show was fucking hilarious. And I loved it. That's the only thing that has come out of this Under Siege thing that I liked. Everything else is garbage.
It reminded me of the great movie. It reminded me of the movie Under Siege, which was awesome. Especially the chick coming out of the cake.
I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Jesus.
It legitimately pissed me off. Like, instead of like Bray Wyatt just annoys me. It's an annoyance. That's like, oh God, here goes Bray Wyatt. This legitimately pissed me off that they would throw away months and sometimes years of storyline consistency. One segment a month before the show.
Yeah, and let's
your characters have no equity now, Chris.
And let's also not forget here. Yeah, I know that there are probably some people who are going to disagree with me about some of these people showing up, but notable heels missing from Under Siege. The Usos.
It would have been perfect. If Under Siege... Yeah.
The Bludgeon Brothers.
Look, I mean, if Under Siege would have just been the Usos and Baron Corbin beating the shit out of 3 guys backstage in the parking lot, great. Sure, great. Would have been awesome. Yeah. That fits all their characters. You know?
Becky Lynch leading a charge against the freaking makeup team and a fully dressed Dana Brooke. Like, are you guys fucking kidding me? Come on. Cut the shit. This is bull crap.
I hate it. I legitimately made me angry. So, just...
Brand pride is not that strong, honestly. And especially because when you think about it, in 6 months after Mania or whatever, it's very...
They'll get redrafted.
They'll get redrafted anyway, so they all might end up in other places anyway. So why the fuck would you have any brand pride when it's conceivable that in 6 months you're going to have to be working alongside of the people that you were just beating up? It's literally the dumbest shit.
You're right.
Stupid as hell.
What else are we going to talk about?
What do you think we're going to get at Survivor Series? Like we a few matches have already been declared, but I mean, what like we've already got.
We are getting a Survivor Series is the 20th anniversary of the Montreal Screwjob.
Yep. I
guarantee you, Brock's getting screwed. We're going to get a move, because there's nothing they love more than pissing off Bret Hart. They love it. They're the most petty motherfuckers in the world. We're getting a move-for-move recreation of the Montreal Screwjob. Instead of Brock spelling WCW with his fingers, he's going to spell NJPW.
No, I don't think
monitors.
Do that. I don't think they're going to do that.
This match is going to be filthy dirty.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
It's going to be clean.
But I don't think that they're
going to be awful.
I don't think they're
going to
be
a screw job. I guarantee it.
I don't think they're going to do the screw job entirely. But I do think that
they don't.
Whoever the guest referee that they're going to have in this, signs are pointing to Cena, but there's also
ring the damn bell.
Scuttlebutt saying that they want.
Big Brother's going to ring the bell. Yeah, it's happening.
There's Scuttlebutt saying that they want Stone Cold or The Rock to come back for it too.
Stay the fuck away if I'm those two. What do they got to gain?
Seriously.
They already took Stone Cold. They already took Stone Cold's thing off the network because of the disaster of the podcast with Ambrose.
Yeah.
So
I never got to listen to that before it actually before it disappeared.
It wasn't very good because Dean's a private guy, so which hey, that's his prerogative. But
yeah, like what did he do? Like was he just
Austin would ask him about his past, and Dean would be evasive or non-committal, and Austin would ask him about his past, and Dean would be evasive and non-committal, and that was the show for an hour and a half.
Jesus.
Dean didn't want to talk about his past, which hey.
Why would you have him be a podcast guest at that point? It's like
God knows.
What the fuck?
God only knows.
Who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
Basically what it was.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're getting Brock Jinder, we're getting Alexa Natalia, we're getting Usos versus Ambrose and Rollins.
Miz Corbin's going to be a nightmare too.
Miz Corbin. Oh my god, I don't even want to think.
Oh god,
about that
1.5 stars is the over under.
That would be the match I would expect to be a screw job match if I was gonna
heels. Who are you screwing over?
Corbin, because
he's a heel.
Yeah, I know. But if anything, that's where I would expect
the heels get screwed over. Maybe the women's match because Natalia's in it. Maybe they'll screw over Natalia because she's related to Brett.
Yeah, she's also a heel too, working against heel Alexa.
This is what happens when you have so many heel champions.
Stupid company.
Like, okay, let's go through these champions. Let's go brand by brand. Let's go the top 2 brands. Okay. Jinder, heel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Corbin, heel, right?
Yep.
Maddie, heel, right?
Yep.
Usos, heel or face? Heel.
I think still heel, yeah.
So we have 4 for 4 on the SmackDown side, heels.
Yep.
Okay. Raw, Brock, not a face.
Yeah.
Tweener?
I'd still call him heel. I would still call him heel just because he's still got that monster aesthetic to him. But I mean, yeah, you could call him a tweener. Nice. He's gonna get cheered like a face in this match though, because people are gonna want to see him fucking annihilate Jinder, me included.
Yeah, he is. Miz, heel, clearly a heel, best heel in the company. I know you hate him, but heel.
Mm-hmm.
Tag team champs, face. The Shield 2.0. Women's champ, Alexa, heel.
Yep.
So you have 1 heel, 1 tweener, 1 face, 1 tweener, and best heel.
Champ, Enzo, heel, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you have 1 heel, or 1 face, 1 tweener, and a bunch of heels.
Yep.
But they put smile on people's faces, brother Chris. This is what happens. This is your natural conclusion to booking all these heels, that you have heel versus heel matches that nobody can get behind.
So stupid.
Like,
who do you think we see on the men's tag teams? Since we've got these dumbass.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Match. Let's run them down. What do you think? First, Raw side first.
I think the Usos beat. I think the Usos beat the Shield.
No, I'm talking about the 5-man teams because we're gonna have.
Okay. So we have those are the 2 teams. The only one announced has been Orton, right?
Yeah, Orton won his match against Sammy this week, so he is. So
I think SmackDown, you're going to have. I think first of all, I think Angle and Shane are both in this match. I think they're leading their respective teams. I don't want it, but this ain't about making me happy. I think Angle and Shane are both going to be in this match, and I think this storyline actually tells them that they should both be in this match.
Mm-hmm.
So I think on team Roman, if he's healthy, Braun, if he's healthy. No, Joe. No?
Joe still is recovering.
Kane, maybe? No. Are we getting Braun Kane at Survivor Series?
We might get Braun Kane at Survivor Series.
Oh, God. Poor Braun.
I don't know.
Maybe the Bar? Maybe the Bar. Maybe the Bar. Maybe the Bar, Roman, and Braun, and Angle. Could be a fun little five. That could be a fun little fivesome.
That sounds about right.
And then on the SmackDown side, AJ for sure.
Yep.
Shane.
We've already got Orton. Winner.
Orton and AJ. Orton for sure, obviously. Yeah. I think AJ is a lot. I think Orton, AJ, Nakamura, Shane, and.
So you think Nakamura beats Owens on SmackDown this week?
Owens and Zayn are off. Yes.
Okay.
I think they're both off, and then they play it off as well. We don't want to be on your team anyways. Heel bullshit.
So Nakamura, you think Nakamura is going to win this?
Nakamura, AJ, Owens, Nakamura, AJ, Orton, Shane, and I need a fourth. Shit.
Chad Gable? No, because he's got his tag team with Shelton.
Ty? No, too low key.
Maybe
it is Owens. No,
I don't know. They've been building Dillinger up for a U.S. title feud. Maybe it is.
Maybe Rusev? No.
Either Rusev or Dillinger make the most sense.
Yeah, I can see it. One of the two. Yeah, Rusev or Dillinger.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think AJ. I think Nakamura. I think Nakamura beats Owens, and I think AJ gets on the team too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's not a bad 5-some either. That could be a fun little match.
Could be.
Because you can protect Angle can come in and he can do his ankle lock and eliminate someone, and Shane can come in and he can do his coast to coast and eliminate someone. No, you know what I mean. You could protect them in that as long as you don't get what you had last year, where Shane was like in the match for like 45 minutes.
Shane
was like almost died. He was laying on the apron.
Shane almost died to a Roman Reigns spear.
Thank God Roman Reigns didn't kill him, because
my God,
he can cuss the shit out of him, and I don't blame Roman for that, by the way. That's Shane being bad.
Yeah.
But like he concussed him so badly, the guy kicked out because he had muscle spasms. Remember that?
Yep.
And the referee's like, "Yeah, no, you're done." like she kicked out because he didn't know any better because he was so addled.
Yep. Because he's Shane. Because he's a dumbass.
Yeah, I don't need to see Shane cosplay wrestler anymore. I'm good.
No, we're done with that.
I'm good. I don't need to see it. I'm good. You know, every time he takes a bump and he lands in the back of his head, I'm just like, oh God.
Enough. Yeah, it's over.
Done. Over and done, my friend.
Real quick, let's jump over to New Japan real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this past week, what's today? The 26th, right?
27th.
27th? Okay, so on Monday of this week, we had the first quarterfinals matches of the Super Junior Tag Tournament. Roppongi 3K beat Hirai Kawato and Kushida in one match. And
your phone cut out.
I said Roppongi 3K beat Hirai Kawato and Kushida in one match.
Oh.
And then in the other match, Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi defeated Dragon Lee and Teton. So the LIJ versus CMLL match is getting rave reviews, unsurprisingly, because all four of those guys fucking rule. So definitely give that one a watch if you watch nothing else from Monday's event. Sunday, we have these other two quarterfinal matches. We have in one quarterfinal match, Jushin Thunder Liger and Tiger Mask versus El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And in the other quarterfinal match, we have ACH and Ryusuke Taguchi versus Taichi and Taka Michinoku. So, and then the next night, Monday the 30th, we'll have the two semifinal matches. The winners of those two quarterfinal matches I just mentioned will face each other, and we'll also have Roppongi 3K versus Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi. So, and then the finals will take place on November 5th at Power Struggle.
Sweet.
Yep, and we're going to do full coverage on Power Struggle next week. The card is already, we've got 4 matches set for the card already. And it's looking to be like it's going to be a fun show. So we'll have a full preview for that.
We'll do that next week.
Yep, full preview for
fun.
That. Yeah.
New Japan Power Struggle. That's a terrible logo.
Oh, yeah, it is. It absolutely is. But, you know, what are you going to do?
But we're getting Ospreay and Kota Ibushi, or we're getting we're getting Ospreay and Skrull, and we're getting Tanahashi and Kota Ibushi, which will be great.
Yep. And you know what the other match is?
And of course, because we can't go too long without it. Minoru Suzuki versus Toru Yano.
In
a bull rope match.
The Never Openweight Championship of all things.
What is this? Like the 6th or something?
The 5th, November 5th.
That's a
Sunday.
That is a Monday. What's with this Monday shit?
Is it a Monday? I thought it was a Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, get up for that.
Yeah,
Sunday. I mean, get up at like 3 a.m. That's not bad. We can do that.
And it's also going to be the debut of Switchblade, whoever the fuck that is.
Got to be Jay White, right? We think.
It's speculation has gone away from being Jay White, but I still think it's Jay White.
I think it's Jay White.
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
It would make sense that it would be Jay White. That's who I think it is. So anyway, that's that. And I think that's it.
Should I go to AEW next week? Let's make a decision here.
Is it next week?
It's next Friday.
The third?
I will tell you. Yeah, a week from today.
Is that the card you showed me this morning?
Yeah. Should I go?
Yeah, go for it.
8 matches have been announced. Oh, that's the 4th. Here we go. Mike Elgin and Shane Strickland. Yeah, that'll be pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going. Okay, here's the card for AEW. If I go, you ready?
Yep.
AEW Tag Team Champions Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier versus the besties in the world, Fichette and Vega.
Yep.
Su Yung versus Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray.
That should be a fun one.
Connor Braxton versus Paco.
Okay.
Colt Cabana and Chuck Taylor versus the Hooligans.
Okay.
Big Mike Elgin. Yeah, whatever. Big Mike Elgin versus Shane Strickland, my guy.
Yep. That'll be a fun one.
Trevor Lee versus Eddie Kingston.
That'll be a fun one.
David Starr and Jeff Cobb versus OI4K.
Oh, nice.
Veda Scott and Delilah Doom, who you say Delilah Doom not that great?
I mean, it says that she's not great. She's serviceable. She's just not anything to write home about. But
a 6-pack challenge. Kurt Stallion, Zema Ion, Myron Reed, AR Fox, Austin Theory, and Stephen Wolf.
Fox should be the one to win that.
Yeah.
Fox should be the one.
So basically, if I go Strickland and Su Yung and Kylie Ray. So basically, and is Su Yung worth seeing? I've never seen her.
Oh, she's phenomenal. You're familiar with Rosemary in Impact, right? Yeah. Su Yung is the indie answer to Rosemary. Rosemary is the demon. Rosemary is the demon assassin. Su Yung is the undead bride. There was a whole
hot teacher look going in this picture, which kind of does it for me. So
she's married to Rich Swann, FYI.
Good for him.
But here's the notable thing about Su Yung. You might have heard about this from earlier this year. The Shine shows leading up to Mania weekend. She made her big return to Shine on the last show they had before Mania weekend to make a challenge for the Shine Championship. And her finish is called the Red Wedding. And so after I think Ivelisse is still holding the title there. Not Ivelisse, Lufisto. Although Ivelisse may have been holding the title.
Oh, we forgot about Bobby Roode. Oh, a friend of the show, Marcella Bustier, is right. We forgot about Bobby Roode on Team SmackDown.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the 5th guy.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, Su Yung came back at that last Shine show after the title defense and hit her finisher on whoever it was that held the title at the time, and then knelt down in the ring, and then red rain began falling all over the building, like in the ring, on the crowd, everybody. It was like a freaking Gwar show with the fake blood that they spew at Gwar shows. And it was like everybody got freaking soaked. It was amazing. And then because she was late getting across town for that show where she was supposed to challenge for the title, the booking guy for Shine, who's apparently super petty, just pulled her off the card.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So I should go see her.
Yeah, you should definitely go see her. She's phenomenal.
All right, I'll pick up a ticket this week. Let's assume that I'm recording on Thursday unless tickets get sold out.
All right, so
this is a week from tonight.
Yep,
we'll keep you posted.
We will mark it down for November 2nd for next week.
Yeah. Unless tickets get sold out or something, which are possible, but unlikely.
Yeah. All right. So plugs, and then we're done.
Slow week, right? Yeah. Besides TLC.
Yeah. Well, everybody kind of let that just happen. So, be sure to check out all of our fellow wrestling podcasts of excellence out there.
Yeah, you should listen to all of them because they're all great.
Yep. Face Lock Feministas with Lady J and Courtney Rose. They just did a show about Progress's women's show, Revelations of Divine Love. That is an excellent show. You should definitely go and listen to them. Check them out. And Not Your Demographic with Stunning Stella Cheeks and Enigmatic Aaron Klein. Also doing a great job over there. Definitely check those 2 shows out. They're always worth your time and worth your listening energy. Our podcasting brethren on Fridays, Shooting the Breeze with Takers Meaning and Mr. Dr. Senju in the mornings. And this week happening on Sunday instead of on Friday, Fizzy's Wacky World of Wrestling with 14 Fitzpatrick and Don Sal Guzmano. They are, due to scheduling conflicts, happening on Sunday, so 2 days from now. Be sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel and find out when they are going live, and sure to give them a listen when they hit the airwaves. And, of course, you have us in evenings, because where else are you going to be on Friday night other than listening to 2 Guys, One Sport? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Thursday next week, but yeah.
Or Thursday for next week, but yeah. Same principle applies. Sure to check out the Twitter feed at 2 Guys, One Sport, number 2, number 1 in the handle. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes. The link is below the video. You can give us a like, give us a rating, give us a review. Let everybody know how much you love the show. Spread the word. Tell everybody you know. Come and listen to us, because we like to think that we're pretty awesome. And the fact that you guys keep coming back week after week tells us, yeah, we're actually doing a pretty good job with this.
And you guys are also pretty awesome for putting up with us every week.
Exactly. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You deserve it.
That's it. Take us out.
We got to talk about NXT because Takeover's coming up down fairly soon, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do that next week.
Next week, yeah. Next week, we're going to talk more about NXT. Yeah.
We'll do a little New Japan. We'll do a little NXT. It'll be fun.
Yeah. We're supposed to do that this week, but it actually makes more sense to do it next week when there'll be hopefully a little bit more revealed about what's going on with the card. So yeah, we'll talk some NXT next week.
Bye, guys.
Right.
Thanks for listening. As always, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget to work yourself into a shoot.
No, don't work yourself into a shoot.
Oh, don't work into a shoot. Wow, sorry, shit. Don't work yourself. Wow, I'm an idiot. Don't work yourself into a shoot. Don't be an idiot. And I guess that's it. I guess it's time for me to go home because I can't even say the plug line right.
You're already home. That's the thing that's the worst part about this.
I know. I am home, and I'm not drinking either.
God. Episode 34 is in the books, guys. We'll see you
Take
next
us home,
week.
Chris. Thank you. Bye, guys.